Edzai Chimonyo, went on to state that the army will begin monitoring conversations or social media usage among Zimbabwean civilians. To quote him directly, he said, social media poses a dangerous threat to our national security. Social media is one of the tools that is being used for misinformation, and I believe that that our training, sorry, has been an eye opener to the rigors and realities of technical advancements. Now, read from that point alone, it doesn't seem harmless. I mean, okay, yeah, fine. We're supposed to be scared for our national security, apparently. But here's a question: who are we fighting? No, guys, who are we fighting? Like,
Yep, yep. I hear
who
you.
is Zimbabwe supposed to be scared of watching us? Because last I checked, we don't really have the world's longest list of enemies as a country. I mean, yes, there's all those issues with the West,
The
to put it
sanctions
in
and all.
quotes. Yeah, but I doubt that there's a whole tactical team of American spies who, yeah, they're assigned to the Zimbabwean project and looking when they can.
The data mining
e-
in Zim.
Exactly. So it's a lot, man. It's And of course, unfortunately, with Zimbabwe's history now, what tends to come to mind now is, well, January of 2019 with all the incidents that happened back then.
Yep.
And things like, what was it called? Baba Jukwa. And we know our history as a country. And social media, yes, has been a very, very big tool in civilians or opposition political parties, even uh, fighting or trying to hinder the ruling government or protesting against the ruling government. And that is a right, just like privacy, internet privacy is a right. In fact, we want to spend a lot of next week going into internet privacy and what it's all about. And now, if our national defense forces, for whatever reason, start to monitor what we do and what we say online, then there's a whole lot there to be unpacked.
Yeah.
And there's a whole lot of issues that can come from that. It's honestly just a fact. And we don't know how it's going to go. We don't know how it's going to evolve. I mean, this was an army that a year ago, around a year ago, didn't know how to silence all the people that were talking about the January attacks on social media. So here's what they decided to do: turn off the internet. And now we're going from internet shutdowns to surveillance. And surveillance is actually scarier in some ways
Mhm.
because first people couldn't communicate. Now people don't know what to communicate because they're scared of who's watching. And there's a whole campaign on it. There's a hashtag hands off net on Twitter. And I would advise that everyone who's actually listened to this go check it out because this is of utmost importance. Trust me, in the US, in China, well, in the US especially, internet privacy has been a thing for almost 4 years now. Countries like China often get outed for the fact that they monitor everything their citizens do online. This is a civil right, and for Zimbabwe to go in that direction will be quite a problem, to say the least. And we're definitely going to have to see how that situation evolves. We'll see what level of surveillance that is and if we should be scared or not. Of course, someone might say, hey, I have nothing to hide. I mean, I don't say anything scary, which is true. But yeah,
The
well,
fact of just having someone monitoring whatever you're doing is just not right morally.
yeah, that's ethical dilemmas for you. I mean, anyone who's watched the movie The Dark Knight, that's the whole point of this. At the end, I think it's Batman was a surveillance system for the whole city using people